Good morning, precious people. Here we are together. It's another fresh day. Let's take a deep breath and check in with ourselves. Hope you feel good. I hope you're clear, ready for this day. You are irreplaceable with your own unique experiences, wisdom, and light that you bring into the world. Whether you're sipping your first cup of coffee, I nuked it. It's really hot and it's not coffee. Or if you're easing into your morning routine or already deep into work, I'm so grateful you're here with me. Today is a gift, a brand new page filled with possibility. Let's open it with kindness and curiosity. And let's remember, as always, we're all still growing and learning. So grab your favorite mug. Mine is a Epcot Mickey mug. And let's welcome this day with open hearts and gratitude, because every day is a chance to learn a little more. And I'm happy you're here. So, I love my intro. I have done it for 2 weeks now, and every time I say those words, I feel so good. And I hope that you feel the words when you hear them. And even if you want to say them out loud too, or make your own morning affirmations so that, when you speak these words out, you're hearing them, you're feeling them. I was hoping my kitty would come. She's going to jump up there. There's a blanket on that chair for her if she wants. Oh no, kitty, come here. No, she has her own itinerary now. She's going somewhere else. Oh, but I was going to tell you, it's not coffee. I need to go to the dentist, get my teeth cleaned. I noticed I do just drink 1 cup of coffee every day, but it does stain. Coffee stains your teeth. So what I did today for my coffee, until I get a chance to get my teeth a little bit whiter. I don't know. I can't really tell. But I made my keto coffee how I normally do it, with butter, heavy whipping cream, keto creamer, or a collagen creamer, butter, and hot water, and that is it. So that's what I have in here. It's really good, actually. And I heated it up in the microwave, so it's a little too hot, but it's actually really good. It's soothing. Soothing, definitely. Kind of like if I was going to sleep, it'd be a good thing to drink, because it's like a warm glass of milk, but it's very full of fat. So we're going to get lots of fat first thing in the morning into our diets, and then water, of course. It's so good for you. I wanted to talk today about personality tests. I feel that I don't know other people's ideas on personality tests, but the reason I like to take personality tests is so that I realize when I'm reacting to something, like, oh, well, yeah, because one thing I can give you an example of. I was driving down the highway. I saw a man on the side of the highway with a bicycle, and he was taking his shirt off. And I was like, ugh. And I was like, oh yeah, because I took this personality test, and I have this high gross out, what is it called? Disgust. I have just a high level of disgust. So, and when I'm reading these news stories and things, I'm like, because that's just part of my personality, is like, I get disgusted. A about a year ago, maybe, I had a friend tell me of a church that wasn't helping their church members who needed help with rent and things. It was kind of a sad situation. But what did they do? They had another property that was paid off. And so they put the paid off property into maybe the pastor's name, took a huge loan out, and then stuck the property back into the church's name. So when I heard that, I'm like, oh, I can't believe it. That's slimy. What a snake, but it's like, it was my reaction. That was my, I can't expect anyone else to think the same exact way about that situation as me, because I have that super high level of disgust, and I was disgusted when I heard that. But then, I think about it afterwards. I'm like, well, it's the church's property. If the leaders in the church wanted to get extra money out of that property to build a new church or develop other things or use it for upgrade projects or whatever, that's their money. That's their business. I found a way to work past it. So that's something else that's part of my personality. I was just looking at this. I have a high level of reasonableness also. So yeah, my first initial gut reaction, my emotional reaction was disgust. And then when I thought more about that situation, I'm like, it's reasonable. I can understand, why they did that. And first of all, not my money, not my circus, not my monkeys. So I have no say or sway. So I'm okay with just stepping back, not having a say or even an opinion about what's going on. Because if you do go through life, honestly, if you go through life caring about everything someone else does and what's happening, it can ruin you. Yeah, destroy your happiness, destroy your peace. So gotta rein that in so you're not in everyone else's business or keeping tabs on what other people are doing. They're living their life and they're doing the best they can. And if they ask you for advice, go ahead and give it to them with love. But if you're going around telling other people how to live their life, you're going to be in short supply of friends quickly. People don't like that. I don't like that. It's so funny because another thing I've learned about my personality is that I don't like making other people feel bad or less than. So if I go into a situation and they're trying to figure something out, I'm not stomping all over them, being like, well, I have this experience and this is how we did it at my last place I worked at, and this is a better way to do it. I wouldn't say I feign ignorance or pretend to be ignorant of things, but I do, I present myself in a way that I feel like other people like to think they're saving me. Because I have a lot of people being like, you should have done something. Well, next time you're there, you need to blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, well, yeah, because I'm a very thoughtful person and organized. I've actually thought of all the situations and all the options. So I don't know why. And I was talking to my husband about this several times, and he's seen it also. He's like, no one ever talks to me like that. Why? I go, I don't know. I think because I'm so unassuming. Maybe that's the word. I'm unassuming. I enter into relationships as an ally, moldable, you know. So, and that's just part of my personality. And there's value in taking these tests so you can kind of see those things in yourself. And also, with a lot of these personality tests, it gives you recommendations and points out weak spots you don't even think about. So, the first one I want to tell you about is very popular, long-standing. It's the Myers-Briggs test. And with Myers-Briggs, personalities are divided into like a quadrant. And in those quadrant, you have 4 different types. So ultimately, it turns out to be, you could be one of 16 different personalities. So that's the name of the website where you can take this test. It's called 16personalities.com. It's the number 1, the number 6, personalities.com. And it's funny because I found that I'm a defender. That's the role, the one personality type. So I'm introverted. I am observant. I feel and I judge. So that's like the 4 main parts that make this personality. Let's see. Yeah, it's these people tend to be warm and unassuming in their own steady way. How funny. I just used that word. I didn't look through this beforehand. I took this test like so many years ago. I've taken it a few different times. You know, when you're in workshops and at conferences and even at school, they'll be like, let's all take a personality test. So I've taken it at least 3 times. I get the same thing every time. But I was just Googling on the 16 personalities website, my specific personality type. And I didn't read through it. That I just thought that was really funny to describe overall like how I am. I'm just unassuming. They're efficient and responsible, giving careful attention to practical details in their daily lives. That is so true. Actually, this is funny. There was something I read this last week. There was a new study done. Or was it a study or just an article? I think it might have just been an analysis of people who clean as they go when they cook. People who don't leave all the dishes and the leftovers and the chopped up things on the cutting board as they cook. And I'm that kind of person. And it described me to a T, like meticulous. I have a good spatial intelligence, like where things are and organizing things like that. I'm really good at. So I'm like, yeah, that's how you do one thing is how you do everything. So that was a great personality test. So I could kind of figure out like, why am I so irritated when my thing is moved and I like the things go from tall to short on the countertop or, whatever. It's good to know these things about yourself. So go take that personality test. It's 16personalities.com. Then there's another website, Truity.com, Truity.com. They have an Enneagram, which breaks down personalities into 9 different types. And this is just another layer of getting to know about yourself and why you react, what other personalities you work well with. That's good to know in the business world. So the 9 types of Enneagrams, they're broken down into 3 body types. They're tuned into, people are driven by instincts and their senses to gather information about their world. There's head types. People tend to be analytical and rationalize. And then there are heart types. They have a strong sense of empathy. Anyway, so these are great. And it gives you your core personality and like a secondary personality to explore. On Truity, also, there's something called the Big 5 personality test. I took that back in 2021, and that's where I found out that I get disgusted easy. And as soon as I took that test and I saw that guy on the side of the road, I was like, of course. I'm like, and the thing is, being a Christian, I tend to judge myself a lot and feel guilty about things. So when I saw that guy on the side of the road, I'm like, ooh. Then I was like, oh no, that's a human being. I shouldn't feel that way or like be so judgmental about someone taking their shirt off. But I'm like, oh no, it makes sense. That's my gut reaction because that's who I am. God created me, right? Didn't he create me with this personality, that reaction? So I don't have to beat myself up constantly. So that's something, honestly, just such a positive for me personally when I took these personality tests to figure out why I'm reacting, who I work best with, what personality traits in other people really bug me, and being able to acknowledge it like in a rational, logical way instead of like this gut reaction way, and then turn around and be upset with myself for reacting, So it's been enlightening. It's been a great tool for me. So Truity.com, 16personalities.com. A couple of these tests, I believe you have to pay for. But on Truity, they have career tests and quizzes. They also have the 16 personality type test, the Big 5 Enneagram. Oh, love and relationship quizzes. Hi. And then just more tests and quizzes. I haven't gone through their whole menu of personality tests. But I don't know. I am a huge believer in knowing more about yourself, and that is how you can grow. You can figure things out. You can make changes. Like I said, with me reacting viscerally to certain things and then thinking, ugh, I must be a bad person. I'm just walking around judging everyone and making these judgment calls about myself even. And it just gave me so much clarity and ability to forgive myself, really. So I don't know. Personality tests are amazing. They really can open your eyes. And if you do it with someone else, you can see where you match up, or like I just read on the Truity website, the love and relationship quizzes. That's fun. I know my daughter in her premarital counseling classes, they took some tests to see where they could bump heads and talk about it ahead of time. I thought that was really interesting. They had a workbook. That's not something I did. Our marriage was our workbook. it was the real life in-person workbook we had to work through quickly to make it work. So I'm gonna sign off here. I'm in my jammies still, gonna get ready for church soon. I just want to say thank you for spending time with me today. I'm gonna work on my affirmations, my welcoming you into the show, so it could be a little quicker. I feel like I draw it out a bit. But just so you know, here's my reminder to you. Keep learning and keep growing. Every day is a chance to learn something new, to stretch a little further and become more of the wonderful person you are. You are valued, you are capable, and the world is better with your light in it. Thanks for sharing time with me. I'll be here tomorrow with more hot water with cream in it. Probably more heart and more wisdom. Until then, have a beautiful day. Happy Sunday. You're the Lord's precious ones. Bye.